Josie, did you get a chance to listen to Soccer Stupid, the podcast? And if so, what did you think of it?
You know, I want to be polite with you, and I prefer not to answer to the question because your question is really a bad question.
Hey there, soccer fans. Welcome to episode 13 of Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast with your hosts, João and Lui. You know why I say your name instead of saying like João and then handing it over to you? Was you pause for like 45 minutes, like you're trying to remember, what the hell's my goddamn name? What is it again? And then we got dead air.
Hey,
so
man, I'm going
to do it.
No, I'm just going to challenge you, like, see if you remember, because, it's common sense to me. It's my name.
How do you forget a name that has a song that goes
Lucky
with it?
13. Lucky 13.
Yes, Lucky 13. That's us. Episode 13, Lucky 13. Look at us, right? Well, it's funny because we actually had this podcast 2 years ago. We killed it. I made a bad decision. I'm like, you know what? We're never going to do it again. I just let it die, and then it scraps everything. I have all the episodes saved, right? But it's not in the world. So it's kind of like we're starting over. But I was thinking that, on days, on the weeks that say, for example, life happens and we can't do a podcast, I could do like a lost episode of Soccer Stupid Soccer Podcast. We had some good banter in those, and though the footy may not be topical, it'll be at least a filler for our fans, the 2 or 3 people who tune in who want to listen to hear our voices.
Well, not only that, if they wanna listen to the longer version of our Soccer Stupid, the podcast,
it was much longer.
They can just they can fall asleep, wake up, and the thing is still gonna be going.
This is true.
So yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of options there.
You need to put your baby to sleep. Just put on Soccer Stupid Soccer Podcast, and we'll lull that baby to sleep. That baby to be asleep. Sleeping.
It's guaranteed.
You ever do this? I was on the can. And if you don't know that, that's slang for the toilet. For those who don't know, and you ever like be on your phone and like watch like videos, and I watch like a lot of like this about me because I usually share the ones that I think are the funniest, like just kind of like random fail videos. But like 20 minutes would go by, like my family's like wondering if I had like a cardiac arrest or something. No, but one time. Just recently, I was on there for so long that I lost like the use of my legs. Like you're sitting there with your my leg got so numb, and after I did all my stuff, I couldn't even walk. I thought I was done. I was like, I'm a paraplegic from this day forward.
Please call the paramedics.
How did you lose the use of your legs? I sat on the toilet watching videos way too long. That's gonna be how I leave. This is how I'm gonna leave this world. Where's João? Where did he go? He was watching videos
on top of his toilet.
Yeah, but it was really worrisome. Like like my entire leg just like fell. Just it was nothing. You could have like stabbed it, and I wouldn't have felt it. Never happens to you? That was a question.
It's funny because sometimes when you're sitting down and then you're like you cross your leg, and if you leave it there for long enough, it'll go numb. Yeah, and if you get up, it's completely. You get up and you do one leg that is working. Yeah. You're like you get up like nothing, and then when you put weight on the one that's numb, down you go, man. That happened to me. That happened to one of my coworkers one time. She was like, she was trying to get up, and then she just fell on the ground. We're like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Oh my god, yeah. Well, that's literally what happens when you're sitting there. You have your elbows. You have your elbows on your leg, and you're on your phone.
Circulation.
And the videos are just too compelling to realize that you're falling apart as a person. Another thing that's happening too is we're broke, man. We are so broke because what was it yesterday was tax day, and I was complaining. I was like, dude, my god, I had to pay $600, but those 600 bones wasn't what you paid. But what did you drop to the man, to Mr. Taxman?
Well, it's my fault, first of all, because I waited till the last minute, and last minute equals desperation, equals whatever happens.
Yeah.
And so I ended up paying
Ugh.
$8,000, and I can't. I mean, it's
that's like a whole used Prius.
Yeah, my Prius was cheaper than that. I bought it for $6K, and I had to pay $8,000 for taxes. And I'm not a rich person, Joao. We're still trying to make it. We're still trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're working hard to make it in the world. So I mean, that's a nice little dent on my bank account. So
that's terrible.
That teaches me a lesson. Next year, as soon as I get the W-2s, let's go.
Right away,
because I got taken advantage of.
Yeah, or you can have $1 billion company and then pay yourself like $75K a year and then pay those taxes. Something like that, or not paying taxes.
Sounds like the easy route. Yeah, right. I mean, sounds where I can get that kind of money to get up a company like that.
Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. And one other thing to note too, look behind me, and those who are listening in and not seeing us on the YouTubes. Who's
that's funny. I thought it was Liverpool at the beginning, but now that I'm paying attention,
no man,
it's the
nobody's a bigger Arsenal fan than me. Nobody's a bigger Arsenal fan than me.
Nobody's a bigger trader than you, Joao. Nobody. You're the biggest
trader.
Listen,
I told you that I'm okay with, I've come to terms, whatever the expression is. Liverpool, they're not going anywhere. I do have high hopes that they'll make Europa, maybe even Champions League after this past game. We're about to get into footy. I'm a delusional optimist. That's me. But what I told you though is that I don't want Man City to win so badly that when Arsenal played Liverpool, I rooted Arsenal all the way. What's Liverpool going to do, right? So I need Arsenal to win. So the evil empire that is Manchester City do not win.
Well, it kind of backfired at you because Liverpool did not care about your feelings. They did not care. They came out and they wanted to win the game, and they were the better side. Like, throughout that whole game, I was surprised. And then your boy Zaka missed that one PK, dude. That was it. If he would have scored that PK, the game would have been 3-1 at the time. So Liverpool somehow, man, put it together, and they were just attacking and making the plays. And I thought they could have won the game, but 2-2, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Now, if Manchester City wins out, we're taking the league, Joao. Did you know that?
Yes, and
they win out.
And that's what stresses me out about the whole thing. Because Man City is not. I do get stressed out. If Man City is winning, I'm stressed. I am stressed. But also I could say that they're not going to lose. Man City just does not lose. It's not their style, and they're clicking now. Right? I mean, Haaland was probably the best signing that any team's done in years. You know what I mean? Like, and then even got Jack Grealish moving his cabbage calves and like doing insane passes and goals as well. So it's like everybody's clicking on the Man City side. So it's like when I watch Arsenal play, I'm like, they gotta win. They have to win. They have to win. They have to win. But there's always this. You don't go into an Arsenal game like you go into a Man City game, right? And go every Man City game, regardless that I don't want them to win, I go they're going to win. Like I just know, even though I'll vote on the polls that they're losing. It makes me feel better.
But for that moment, until you start seeing the goals against you, I get it. I'm the same way too. I mean, every time you put those polls, I'm always choosing the teams that I want to win, right? And very little times you'll see me rooting for Liverpool.
Yeah, very
little time.
Yeah,
unless they're playing Arsenal.
Yeah. You bastard. But let's. It sounds like we're already in the footy, so let's talk about the footy. West Ham United, also known as Nathan. What's the name on Ted Lasso? Nathan Shelton. Nathan Shelby. Let's call him Shelby. It's West Ham United versus Arsenal. Started out very strong for Arsenal. You got a Jesus Brazilian goal, 7 minutes in, doing his thing, as the kids say. Odegaard just 3 minutes later with the goal. It is 2-0 at this point. But penalty to West Ham United, 3-1 in the first. Or sorry, 2-1 in the first half. Then they score in the 55th minute to tie the game, and then it's just a lot of like sad, falling apart Arsenal kind of stuff. Like, you know, they played really strong up front in, you know, the first half of the game. They looked like champions after they conceded a goal, especially the penalty, and then they conceded another goal. It was equalized. You know, it was just, you know, it was a struggle getting it back. And they, you know, again, it's not the same thing. What I say is, you know, when you look at an Arsenal game, look at a Man City game, you go into the Man City game going, these guys are going to win. There's always a sort of a anxiety, you know, similar to my own anxiety with watching Liverpool play anybody. You have, you know, Arsenal just, they didn't give me the word that I'm looking for, capitalize here, you know, and, you know, they share the points. And again, Man City's they're not going to lose. They're going to get 3 points every single game. Where are they now? It's, I think they're only 3 points, behind, Arsenal. That's one game. That's one loss, one win.
I think they're actually four points off right now.
Okay.
Talking about the Arsenal game at West Ham, I was watching the game, and I remember this before the beginning of the year. They were saying, you know, Arsenal has been winning, and this is when the other teams realize that they're actually a good team. So now they're not going to play Arsenal like typically, right? And that's what I've noticed. Like, now the teams are really playing good against them. So now it's up to the coach and the team to be able to overcome that. And the last couple of games, Liverpool, shaky. Now you play West Ham, which is not a very good team. Let me look at the board here. They're like all the way, they're 15 in the league.
Yeah.
So it's telling you that there's a little bit of nervousness, there's a little bit of tightness. So now it's up to Arteta to make changes and kind of like reassure them, give them the swagger back. And I don't think it's happening. Eventually, I think it's going to come back. But like I said, if Manchester City wins out, Joao, because they get to play them again, and I think it's next week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
If Manchester City wins that game, not only do they win the series against each other, but they'll take over the league. And if they were to be tied at the end, they would have the edge because they already won them twice. So I mean, Man City has the opportunity to overcome the deficit they had before and actually take the lead. And I'll be very, very happy.
Goals wins games. Goals wins games. Goals wins games. And they have some. They got some pretty skilled strikers who are hitting the back of the nets when they need it to happen, and it happens. Let's talk about Manchester City versus Leicester. I know it happened before the Arsenal game, but they're killing it. Stones strikes first blood at the 5th minute in, 5 minutes in. Penalty. Haaland with 3 A's scored in the 13th minute, and then Haaland again in the 25th minute. This dude is just constantly hitting the back of the net. Not until the 75th minute does Leicester score. Again, you know, there's never a thought in my mind going into that game that Man City wouldn't win it. So 4 points behind. That was 3. I'm gonna take your word for it. 4 points behind Arsenal. So who's winning? In your goddamn opinion?
I mean, I think I just said it earlier.
Look at my background, though. Look at these smiley Arsenal fans.
Well, those smiley faces.
Where's Nick Hornby? I don't see him.
Well, the happy faces are going to turn into sad faces
Very sad.
At the end of the league.
It's getting scary. You know, it's the same feeling. I wonder if the Arsenal are having the same feeling I did. You know, there was that 1 year. It was either last year or the year before. Liverpool won, 2018-2019 season, where actually it was actually 2 different seasons. We lost. You guys won the league behind Liverpool by like 3 points, and then it was last season when you guys won the league by 1 goddamn point. You know what I mean? It's like if Man City wasn't there, give somebody else a chance. You know what I mean?
No,
Tell me that's not the evil empire.
If it was Liverpool, you'll be happy. You'll be like, you wouldn't be complaining.
But
you'll be like,
The points are staggering, though. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like this is the best these teams have ever played. But goddamn, Man City's got to be neck and neck with them the entire time.
Hey,
Goddamn,
you gotta earn it.
goddamn you, Pep.
They gotta earn it. I mean, if you want to be the champion, you gotta beat the champion, man. And right now Manchester City, they have momentum going, and it's not over yet. I mean, Arsenal's still up, so anything can happen. But I'm hopeful that Manchester City is not going to lose any more games and not tie any of them, because tying or losing equals kind of like the end of one of these teams. Yeah. So I'm hoping that we can get into W's. I don't care how ugly they are.
You're gonna get W's.
You want to get those W's.
Yeah, I hate to say it. In my heart of hearts, very deep into my heart, I very much want Arsenal to win this, and really mostly because I do not want Man City to win this. But I also think Arsenal deserves it. Again, if they're not gonna play like champs, if they're not gonna win, you got to win. The fire is just gonna be all in. You got to go face first at the ball. I mean, you got to die for it. You're in the trenches. Let's win this thing. And it's just and you see in some games, but I think. Really, we got to be playing to kill, play to kill. We gotta click. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be very happy if Arsenal and these guys behind me, look how happy they are. They stay this happy.
I wonder how old that photo is. By the way, probably could be from like the 1800s.
No, that's HD. That's brand new camera. I don't know. I googled it. God, come on. It's probably a Getty. We're gonna get sued now. It's probably like a Getty photo or whatever. Let's pop right into. Actually, first, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I do want to talk about the Liverpool and Leeds game. Again, like I said, I go into every Liverpool game like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? How's my life gonna be ruined? How many texts, how many laughing emojis am I gonna get from Louis today? You know what I mean? But it was like the Liverpool that we're accustomed to seeing. It's like the Liverpool that, you expect to see all the time. Where was this team 6-1 the entire season? I know we had that 7-0 with Manchester United, the rather high scoring game. So very occasionally they click so well and they're just scoring bonkers goals. But where have they been? What happened? Klopp is. I don't know. I have no idea. What's happening. Salah, and I don't know. I take these guys to get smoothies and hamburgers, and I give them candy, and I do everything to make them happy. But okay, I'll stop my Klopp. But what are your thoughts? Why isn't Liverpool showing up most of the time? But then they have these games where they just super click. Like they used to when they were winning the league, when they won UEFA, when they won, the Club World Cup, when they won. Should I go on?
Well, I mean, what I can tell you, João, is that they play Leeds. They didn't play Manchester City. Well, actually, you know what? I gotta give you credit though, because when they play Arsenal,
and you know how this league works. The scrappiest team. The scrappiest team beat the Giants all of the time. You have no idea. I would say this is probably the hardest league. Out of all the leagues, I think it's the most toughest one. So I think just saying I'm not offended, my feelings aren't hurt, but saying it's Leeds, there's something else that happened there. There was a clicking. Give me some more, Louis. Give me some more.
Well, if they were playing better against Arsenal, that kind of lets me know that they're actually improving, and they're getting better. I mean, it's a little late for it because we're almost towards the end of the league, but it's a good sign for them. And so it kind of makes sense when they played the next game over, they won 6-1. So let's see. Like this is what the commentator said. He said, let's wait for the third game. The third game will be very telling. The third game is going to be very telling because now you're going to know whether they're going to be consistent winning again or they're going to drop some points again. So I think let's give them another chance. Let's give them another chance, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Just to go through the game, just to give folks who maybe missed the game some wishamadoodle. Gakpo, 35 minutes in, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mo Salah, 39 minutes in. They do score. Leeds does score. 47 minutes in, right to the tail end of the first half. Siniestra scores. So it's 2-1 at this point. But we come back. Even Jota comes in, scores. He's back. He's healthy. We got a disallowed Mo Salah. He's hitting the back of the net, but disallowed for offside. And then Mo Salah said, "You know what? 3 minutes later, I am going to hit the back of the net again." Hits the back of the net. Jota again scores in 73rd minute, and then just at the tail end, they bring Nunez in very late in the game, and they give him a little goal in the 90th minute, 6-1 Liverpool. Some perspective of that game. That was the word I was looking for. Perspective. Really awesome stuff. Flash forward to the UEFA Champions League. First, congratulations to the world's greatest club in the world, Manchester City, today. They beat Bayern Munich. Congrats. How do you feel? You guys are on to the semis.
I was afraid, and I think you and I had this conversation because I felt like Manchester City and Bayern Munich should have been the finals. I mean, this is wishful thinking because I felt like those are the best two teams. But you can't discount Real Madrid just because Real Madrid owns the champions. But I wanted that game to be played later, and so when it was told, declared that they were going to play against each other, I was a little bit afraid because I was like, Bayern just came out; they were looking really good, right? They just, they were winning. I forgot who they beat last, but they were doing really well, and so I was afraid that the Man City was going to choke again. But I mean, 3-0 in England, right? I mean, that was amazing to me. I was like, I felt at peace because usually people say 2-0. No, I don't feel good yet. 3-0, I feel much better.
A little better.
So when we went to Bayern, Germany, Bayern, I was a little bit more at peace. I was like, okay, we can have a bad game, but can still have a little bit of a lead. And that game was pretty tight, man. This game was pretty close. It ended up being 1-1, 4-1 aggregate. So, man, I'm happy. Now we go to the semis, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I see a little guy popping in the frame there.
Yeah, come up.
Louis, it's bring your kids to the podcast. Work day to the podcast. Yeah. Hey, buddy, you don't like
Look how tall
he's not raising you to become a Manchester City fan, is he?
He tries to go against me. Here, look over here. He's trying to go against me already. He's like, man. I told him, you're gonna
Liverpool.
Be a Laker fan. You're gonna be a Raiders fan. You're gonna be a Manchester City fan. You're gonna be an Argentina fan. And he's like, nope, right?
Just whisper Liverpool in his ear. I know you can't hear me. Liverpool.
You like Barcelona? He said, yeah, he likes Barcelona. Yes. So because we watch a lot of Barcelona, Argentina. Yeah. Do you like Messi?
Yeah.
Oh, he said, yeah, Joao. So I'm sorry. So he's going the right direction.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's the right direction.
You're raising him wrong. I kid. Enjoy your footy, even if it's the wrong footy. Enjoy your footy, kid.
And he already played soccer too, right? You're playing soccer. He's already playing soccer too, man. Did you score goals?
Yeah.
Okay, say it out loud.
I scored goals.
You did. Did you do a bicycle kick?
Did you do a bicycle kick, Andre?
Yeah.
I say yeah.
Look at this. We thought we weren't going to have an interview this week, but we did. Look at this.
We got the little future soccer player here.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Yeah. The future is here, guys. This is the future. Look at the camera.
Here. Look at the future.
Look at the camera. Yeah, there you go. Número uno. But yeah.
Liverpool. I tried.
You tried.
Can't I be a godfather? Legally make me a godfather, and then I'll raise him. I'll raise him properly.
Too late already. Yeah, that happens when he's like a newborn. He's already 5 years old.
Oh man, I tried. So Manchester City will be playing Real Madrid in the semis. Inter Milan and oh my God, give me the name of this is soccer stupid for you. What the hell is the other?
we're talking about the other teams.
Yeah,
Inter, right? Inter
Yeah.
Milan is playing.
Milan.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. That feels right. Yell at us, email us, hit us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If we're wrong, just tell us how stupid we are. That's why we named ourselves Soccer Stupid. Because we don't always get it right. Or do we? Nor do we remember anything about soccer whatsoever. Last game I wanted to just quickly go over because it was very exciting. Just recently, we had El Traffico, and if you're not familiar with El Traffico, it's LAFC versus LA Galaxy, which is MLS, and similar to El Clasico with Barcelona and Real Madrid, we have El Tráfico because there's a lot of traffic in Los Angeles. Would you say this is the an accurate statement?
Not at all.
You just zip 90 miles an hour everywhere. What is it? Dodger Stadium from Burbank is it's 11 miles, and on the worst day, I think I went to a Billy Joel concert over at Dodger Stadium. It took me 2 hours to go 11 miles in the city. So you got yourself El Tráfico, and LAFC did it. They did it. 3-2 victory in Carson at the LA Galaxy's home. This was a very important game because it's actually their first win in Carson. So it's like LAFC took back LA, and it's the real LA team. So there's a lot of debate on what's real LA, right? I mean, they're all the way out in Carson, right? We're in the heart of LAFC, and I say we because we're supporters of LAFC, and we're in the heart of LA. But we went to Carson and we conquered, and it was a good game. Go on.
It was a good game, and it got scary.
It did get scary
because there was a play where I think Chicharito had a play where he could have scored, and I don't know what he did. I think he overkicked it.
Sounds about also right. Sounds like Cheech.
Yeah, and then after that, I felt like the Galaxy had the momentum going. They were doing more attacks, and then eventually Puy, that guy is amazing. I mean, I don't know how they stole that from Barcelona. That kid can play, and he set up a few plays, and then eventually they scored the second goal, which was very easy goal. There was a pass, and the guy just was completely open. And then after that, it just didn't feel right for LAFC. I felt like they were just trying to survive, and I was glad that the whistle eventually blew because it was getting scary like that. Even Chicharito was like inspired. Like he was just trying whatever he could to score, and it just, I mean, it was one of those games where you think, this is a rival versus rival game because you know how bad both wanted to win. One because the big brother, right? The big brother, the Galaxy, and the little brother coming up and trying to take his his throne, and they failed so many times, and this time was the time. And hopefully, this will carry on for future games, and now the little brother will take over the big brother. I feel like that's like kind of me and my brother bar. I think he's already overtaken me. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm done.
Especially in FIFA. I don't even try. I quit. To the listeners who don't know, I've quit. I've retired from FIFA when I finally beat Louis' brother, aka VAR, VAR on the pod. Visits the pod once in a while, and occasionally he's like, "Let's play a game. Let's go." I'm like, "Nope. I'm going out on top.
Nope.
I will die. I want my tombstone to say FIFA Master, something along those lines." But I mean, it was an incredible game. You had Vela. He has this beautiful left foot kick. It's just like you can just see it when it leaves his foot. It's in the back of the net. It's a wonderful. I've seen it live at the bank or now BMO Stadium. It's just wonderful to see it when he does it. It's kind of like Salah does the same sort of thing, and I don't want me to talk Liverpool and Salah anymore. But there's this left foot.
Well, it's a European kind of goal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't see a lot. You just see the little curl and then pop in the right corner. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch, and it like when he's like nobody's on him. He's got that ball. He's about to do it. Like you're anticipate it going in, and it goes in. It's wonderful to witness. But
work of art.
LAFC owns
LA.
Yeah, man, that was really really awesome. If you haven't seen it, see the highlights. You can catch it on Apple. I think all MLS is now on Apple, whatever. Yeah, and before the what do you call it, the whistle? The fat lady blows the whistle. Some hot games coming up this week. Friday the 21st, you have Chelsea versus Manchester United, Arsenal versus Southampton. Saturday, you have Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. And explain to me that Navas, the goalie, why is he the Nottingham Forest's goalie? How did they? I mean, they must have just scraped up some money and they just threw it all at him. But it's just so out of place to me. Like I look at him as up there with the elites, and here he is in a Nottingham Forest jersey.
He's aging, man. He's not the same guy. So now he has to go
like
to a lower tier. But even lower tier, but he's still playing in the EPL, so that's still great. I mean, he's not in the other league. So, but yeah, I memean, you would think Navas will be done for, but I mean, these guys, they love the sport so much that they don't care where they land. They just want to keep playing. So good for him.
Yeah, good for him. The Brighton Manchester City game was postponed on Saturday. Brighton does play Manchester United on Sunday, 8:30 a.m. PST. Tottenham Newcastle on Sunday. That's going to be good. I don't know when Man City plays that postponed game. My fingers are too lazy to keep swiping until I find it. Barcelona play Atletico Madrid. What do you got on that one?
That should be interesting. Let me check what the records are for those two teams, because Barcelona again.
I think
they had
about 12. Oh,
they had a hiccup.
Oh,
right?
They had a equalize. Yeah.
So,
and then while you're thinking Real Madrid versus Girona on the 25th on Tuesday, so that'll be a fun long watch.
Yeah. The Atletico versus Barcelona is going to be very interesting because we're talking about first place versus third place. And like I would say like the first 5 teams or first 5 spots, they're not easy to beat. Yeah. So I'm rooting for Barcelona.
There goes the whistle. What's that face you're giving me? There goes the whistle. You didn't hear the fat ladies blow the whistle at the end of the pod here.
Yeah.
And by the way, there's an FA Cup game. That was the Brighton Manchester United game, and there's a Manchester City Sheffield game, FA Cup. I don't know. Are you FA Cup guys? I'm an FA Cup guy. Those are some early morning weekend games.
Yeah, I mean, if I have time for them, I'll watch them because it's still fun, and Manchester City's still there, so I might tune in.
I love FA Cup. I mean, I like it better when it's like the scrappiest of the scrappy play, like the big guys, like when Wrexham was playing. That was very exciting. Now it's like, okay, these are the folks who should be where they are now. So, all right, brother, I think we got ourselves episode 13 in the bag. It was good seeing you as always.
Likewise.
I see you outside of Ralph's with shaking a can for some change. I'll understand with your $8,000 IRA.
I'm gonna be working extra. I was working just 1 hour at Ralph, and now I'm gonna be there more than an hour. So
good. Yeah, I'll see you there. Get you some water too. But it's good seeing you, brother, and we'll see you on next pod.
Next pod.
See you, man.
All right, dudes.
All right.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Soccer, and it's in! And it's in! Oh, it's a goal of a lifetime!